So, this is lesson 2 of the Unscary Singing Basics course. We have been through the soil, that's all we've been through so far. Now we're up to the roots. So the roots is brain things. And there's a few different ideas here of things that are really useful. But I'm just trying to draw out one thing from each of these points of the tree for this little course. And this idea is super liberating and awesome. So, have you ever had this experience? You are somewhere where you feel very safe and uninhibited. You're at home, no one else is home, you're in the shower, you're in the car, no one's in the car. And you sing, and it feels good. And it probably sounds pretty good too. You know, it feels easier. Have you had that? I certainly have. It feels pretty cool. And then maybe you have an experience where you sing and you don't feel quite so uninhibited. There's people around, or there's a degree of kind of nerves or performance involved. There's something that's different and you don't feel quite as safe anymore. And suddenly you can't get that high note and it doesn't feel as nice and it doesn't sound as nice. That is a completely normal experience and it happens because nervous system. So we need a tiny bit of anatomy to make sense of this, but bear with me because this is such an awesome concept and it really allows yourself to be much kinder with yourself as you're learning to sing. So, larynx lives here. Larynx, voice box, thing that does the vibrating that creates parts of the noise. You can find it by talking or singing and you should feel it kind of bzzing. It's an Adam's apple. In some folk, when you swallow, it should go up and down. And that's your larynx. It has various bits of anatomy going on, but we'll talk about 2 of them. True vocal folds, they vibrate like this and make the sound. They're about the size of your little fingernail. And your false vocal folds, which are above them. Essentially, both these vocal folds, their main function is to close off your larynx. They're a point of closure which close the throat so that stuff can't get down and, kill you. It wants to protect your airways. It has some other functions too, such as allowing you to brace, like if you pick up something heavy, that kind of process happens because this closes so that air has something to brace against to help you do it. So, its main function is to protect the airways. It doesn't really care if you have a lovely sing or not. If your body is scared, if your monkey brain, if your lizard brain, is there a difference between monkey and lizard brain? If the bit that does the thinking down the back there, it believes there's a threat. If it feels threatened, which includes social anxiety or nerves, it's going to want to close your throat. What this means is if you are nervous to sing, your false vocal folds who are like, I'll protect you, it's okay, I've got you, it's safe, I've got you, it's okay. And they're not, they're going to be really annoying, but they mean well. They are going to try and come in and close your throat. And your true vocal folds that are trying to sing are like, get out of the way. Your false vocal folds are here. I need 4 hands. False vocal folds are here. True vocal folds trying to vibrate here. And nothing can work freely because there's this tension and this closure trying to happen at the point of your throat, at the point of the larynx. You literally cannot sing as freely or enjoyably when you're scared. How cool is that? Like, it's annoying, but it's also really cool because it makes sense. And we know that you can't just switch off your fight or flight nervous system response. We probably don't want to. Sometimes it seems like it would be quite handy, but generally it's probably good. You know that you can't just switch this off, just like you can't instantly believe you're allowed to sing. You can't instantly just say, I'll never be scared then because it has a physiological impact. You won't. You'll still be scared sometimes. I'm still scared sometimes. Sometimes my mind's not scared, but my body still does all the responses of nerves. All you can do is know that that's what's happening. Be kind to yourself when you sing, not as good when you're nervous or scared. And gradually over time, if you want to pursue it, there's specific things you can learn to really try and keep your throat open and manage technique when you've got those nerves coming in. But for now, be kind, know it's a thing, and try and create safe places for when you sing. And if you can't create them, be kind to yourself when it doesn't feel as good as you know it can. Hooray! That is a brain thing. We're going to move in on the next lesson. We're going into body, into the trunk and branches of our singing tree. I will see you there.